well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Live free sports for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern time and later. To deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and at Sports Chat Play. So let's take a look at who's on the show with us for today. All right, we got Tony Brown. We're expecting him soon. Millz Young with us. David Racey, Big Eye McMordie, Wayne Scott. Ron Zawacky will sign in a little later as well in the show. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. McMordie, Racey, Brown, Young, Zawacky, Scott, then I will close this one out. All right, NBA on the board tonight. We also have action here on the ice. Lots of college hoops tonight as well. So let's go ahead and let's get this show underway. Let's go and welcome in Big Eye McMordie. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also, catch his video series with his All Access airing here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. So we'll bring him in right now, Big Eye McMordie. Big Eye, how's it going?
Hi, Tony. Going well.
All right, here we going great, feeling great. Here we go. Bottom of the hour tonight. Fox 1 has his Big Ten battle between Minnesota and Michigan State. We see Michigan State here laying 12, total 140.5.
Yeah, I mean, the Spartans, they're having a down year by their standards. They're 10-7 straight up, and ATS, they're also 2-4 now in Big Ten conference play, and they're going to host the Golden Gophers. Gophers now are 12-5 straight up and 3-3 in conference play. So Michigan State is looking up at Minnesota at the moment. They've been installed, as you mentioned, as a 12-point home favorite. I'm going to lay the double digits, Tony, as the Spartans are 83-50 ATS in Big Ten games when they've owned a losing conference record. And moreover, when playing an opponent that has a better record than they do, the Spartans are a jaw-dropping 45-12 ATS when favored between 5.5 and 12.5 points. And finally, the Gophers, they're an ugly 36-85 ATS in Big Ten games when playing away from home and priced from -1 to +12. And that, of course, is at the edge of that price range here. We're going to take the Spartans -12.
All right, Big Al says take the Spartans here, lay in the 12. Michigan State in conference hitting 41% of the three-point shots. Of course, there are some deficiencies also with the Spartans team, of course, with their record. But looking here at this Minnesota team, they took it on the chin there at home against Iowa. Back-to-back losses heading into this one.
Yeah, I had a big play on Iowa in that game. That didn't surprise me at all. But Minnesota's had some nice wins this season. You know, to have a 3-3 record, that's pretty good for them. But I just think this is a horrible spot for them going up against the Spartans now. So look for the Spartans to blow them out. Michigan State historically has been a very strong home favorite in this price range.
Interesting to see how we'll factor in next year when we see a lot of these Pac-12 teams heading into the Midwest this time of the year.
Yeah, I mean, just throw it. I'm a Big Ten guy, so the whole thing's miserable.
No doubt. All right, Big Al here on Michigan State here, laying the 12 against Minnesota. Bottom of the hour, Fox Sports 1. All right, Big Al, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Big Al has been lighted up here over at the leaderboards at Pick Dogs. 1,875 units of profit. College hoops been doing great. We're all sports up there, as you can verify that over at Pick Dogs. What do you have going over at the site?
I have a big day today, Tony. I've got 9 plays. I've got my NHL game of the week, super strong play on the ice, cashing 60% in hockey this season. I've also got 1 play in the NBA, my NBA division game of the month. I've got 7 plays in college basketball. I've got a triple pack of underdogs, a triple pack of favorites for those who'd like to lay the chalk. Then I've got another play, which is my CAA game of the month. So a huge card today. I've also already posted 5 NFL winners for the weekend, including my one and only 5-star NFL game of the year. Last month I cashed my 5-star college football game of the year on UCLA against Boise State. This one will win just as easily. So go to Pick Dogs Premium to get those plays. And of course, the best deal of all is to join for a week or a month or to team me up with one of the other champion handicappers here at Pick Dogs on the 2-for-1 or 3-for-1 handicapper specials.
That's right, guys. You get over with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dogs. You see the great results from Big Al over at the site. No better time to get on board with Big Al. Remember those long-term passes? Remember that 1-month pass, 3-day pass will cover the remainder of the NFL playoffs. Of course, all this NBA, all this college hoops, all this NHL that's overlapping. No better time to get on board with that 1-month pass. Get you covered for the remainder of the NFL season and more. Big Al showing great results over the last 30 days, all sports combined. Of course, Big Al, for those big players out there, you've got your all access.
Right. Folks can text Big Al to 775-636-7676. You have to be able to bet at least 1,000 a game. I rate the games on the All Access, so you know which games are the strongest. They're rated from 10 all the way down to 1. There are also additional plays beyond what's on the premium side. And then if the All Access members want to ask me about any game of their liking, they can call me or text me 24/7.
That's right, guys. So make that call. Get on board with Big Al McMordie, All Access. All right, Big Al. As always, great having you on this board. Just let everybody know, again, Big Al, if they get a sign up for the All Access or that All Sports Pass for 30 days, pretty high volume in college hoops weekends.
Yeah, you also have to be able to withstand high volume. I'm not gun shy. I will have typically on a Saturday in college. Today's Thursday. I've got 9 plays. That tells you what a Saturday is going to be like. So, usually it's 15 to 20 plays on a Saturday.
There you go, Big Al Sporty. Is that shirt just came out? You got on Michigan Natural Chatter?
Oh yeah.
There you go. Nice. That didn't take very long. It didn't take very long to get it.
No, I had to get myself a sweatshirt, Tony. It's
nice.
Been how many years? 26 years since our last one. So.
Yep. Yep. And we get a little chilly weather out here in Southern California. All right, Big Al.
Where did you go to school?
I went to Cal State LA. I was a business nerd, accounting degree.
Got it.
There you go.
What was your team's nickname?
Oh, what was it? What was it? That's a good question. I think it was the Spartans.
Spartans. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, not the Spartans. Okay.
Yeah. The Spartans. There you go. You got it.
I'll talk to you.
Talk to you
Wednesday. Thanks.
Talk to you Wednesday. Big Al. You as well. Big Al McMordie here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue on here on the show. Let's continue on here. Up next, we got David Racey tonight. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Some NHL action on the ice from David. We'll bring him in here in just a second. Ready to roll with David. David, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. I'm loving that Big Al sweatshirt. It's a great year for the Wolverines.
Got to get one. Yeah, they're out.
I know. I was at I think I was at Kroger or Meijer, one of the two, doing some shopping earlier, and I saw they had them hanging up, and I almost got one, but I didn't pull the trigger.
Not yet. I don't know if Kroger is the place you want to get them, though.
I was looking at it, and I was surprised at the quality.
Oh, really? Okay.
Sweatshirt.
But, wow.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, though. I wouldn't go for my apparel at Kroger.
That's right. No question about that. As I said, it's probably all over the place. We see it here whenever Lakers or the Rams or Dodgers win something. Man, you see that stuff at every store, no doubt. Tonight we're on the ice late night here with Canucks and Coyotes, out in Pacific time zone. We see the Canucks here favored here, 222 total 6.5.
Yeah, Vancouver started this season very well. They've been exciting. They've really been my favorite team to watch this season, and I like them once again here tonight. They've won 5 of their last 6 games. Like I said, they've been one of the best teams in the NHL this year. I think they're tied for the most amount of points in the NHL with the Winnipeg Jets coming into today. They're electric offensively. They're scoring 3.82 goals per game, but they're great on the defensive end, which you don't really see too much of when you think of the Vancouver Canucks, but they're allowing only 2.55 goals against per game. This Coyotes team comes into this one. They've been a little bit up and down this season. They've been better than I think most people thought they would be, but they're only 8, 9, and 3 on the road. They're only scoring 3 goals per game, so I think they're going to struggle here. I'm going to take Vancouver on the puck line. And then just a trend to look at, Vancouver has covered the puck line in 10 of their last 11 home games against Central Division teams. So definitely a trend going in the Canucks direction. So I'm going to take Vancouver and lay the -1.5.
All right, we got David Racey here. Go ahead and says take those Vancouver Canucks here. That's the puck line. So you're going to lay the puck in a half. And plus 110, that looks to be the place, plus 116. Do your line shopping, guys, because you get the best numbers when you do your line shopping, no doubt about that. Looking at this one here tonight here, yeah, you have to really look at this really strong home mark here by this Canucks team. 29-15 on the year, been playing really good hockey. Remember they made that controversial coaching change. It just seemed that they were just the previous coach. They were just hanging on to him. It just seemed it seemed a little wrong for some reasons there. But yeah, it's been pretty dominant on the ice this year, even against the spread.
Yeah, they have, and like I said, they've been one of my favorite teams to watch. I'll be up late at night doing articles, pulling them up, watching them late night out there in the West, and they're electric. They're a lot of fun. They score a ton of goals. They play really solid defense, and yeah, as a home team, they're 14-4-1 on their home ice. So they take care of their home ice. Goaltending solid. They have Demko, who is projected to start tonight. He is allowing 2.47 goals against. He's got over just about a 92% save percentage. So he's killing it. It's a great team, and I'm excited. I hope they can keep it up because it's cool. At least for me, I like seeing these teams that aren't historically great do well. I just think it's great for any sport.
Real rabid home crowd over there in Vancouver, and it's the youth. The youth really gets involved with that team in Vancouver.
Yes, and I think that's really what makes it so exciting is these younger rosters, and there's a few of them around the NHL, but you just never know what's going to happen. They possess so much talent. They're so athletic. They can do anything, it seems, at any time, so you're always kind of on the edge of your seat. But yeah, it's fun to watch. They're, like I said, a very high-scoring team, so usually no shortage of goals there for the Canucks.
All right, David here on Canucks Puck Line. Lay the puck in half, plus 110 here against the Coyotes tonight here, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, David, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. A lot of action here on the ice, NBA, lots of college hoops as well. David sporting some fantastic numbers this season in the NHL, 1,156 units of profit. You can verify those numbers by going over to David's handicapper page over at Pick Dogs. You can check out all the work there. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, I have 6 plays going tonight. I have 3 in the NHL, 3 in college basketball. I got a 3-pack in each, or I got a couple wrapped up in just individual packages. So head on over there, check it out. Like you said, it's been a strong start in the NHL for me. Went through a little bit of a slump over the last 4 or 5 days, or the previous 4 or 5 days. I've been back at it the last 2 or 3. College basketball has been hot over the last 7 days. So head on over to Pick Dogs. Like Big Al said, if you're looking for value, the long-term packages are the way to go, or pair me up with another capper, or just join me for the day, and let's have a good night.
That's right, guys. Getting on board here with Dave Racey over at Pick Dogs. 1,156 units of profit. Also showing great profit last 30 days. So great time getting on board with those long-term passes. We mentioned that 30-day all-sports pass because it's perfect time to get it. You get the remainder of the NFL playoffs, all the way to the Super Bowl, all your college hoops, your NBA, and NHL. No better time than now. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Also, multi-capper promotions available, making it even a greater value there. All right, David, it's always great having your show. Continue that success. But before I let you go, got a game going on between your Lions in action here. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, I'm excited. You know, it's a great thing for us Lions fans to be where we're at. I'm nervous. I'm nervous about the secondary. I feel like Baker Mayfield may have a huge day with Mike Evans and Godwin on the outside, but I'm excited. I think the crowd will play a huge part in this once again. I think just like the Rams were saying, it was one of the louder environments they've been in. I think it'll be the same for the Bucks. So I think the Lions get the win, but I think the spread's a little too big. I think the Bucks will keep it closer than they think.
All right, there you go from David Racey there in the Michigan area. All right, David, have yourself a great weekend. We'll catch up with you again next week, but also we can catch up. I know you guys sound like now getting a peek at the schedule for the weekend, so you're slotted for the weekend show this week, and of course all your written work over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat.
Yep, I'll be on Saturday for the morning weekend show, and then, yep, like you said, over at Sports Chat Place and Pick Dogs, I'm one of the free pick article writers. So head on over the pick tab right at the top of each page. You just click on whatever sports you're looking for. You can get a free pick in just about any game. So head on over there. Check it out. You can check out some trends, stats, and like I said, you get a free pick.
Absolutely, guys. Check it out there. All right, David, have a great weekend. We'll catch up with you next week on the drive-thru.
All right, I appreciate it, Tony. You too. Thank you.
Got David Racey here on the drive-thru. Let's continue. I don't see Tony Brown, so we're going to go right to Millz. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. From the UFC action, of course, you know UFC has returned since their holiday break. And we're ready to roll here with Millz. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. We'll bring Millz in right now. Ready to roll with Millz. Millz, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? How's everybody doing today?
Doing great. All right. Awesome. Great to talk UFC again. Got the graphic ready for you here. This one on pay-per-view between Pennington and Bueno Silva. We see Bueno Silva here favored $1.56. Round total 4.5.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. Got a good fight card coming up this weekend. Pay-per-view event. The first pay-per-view of the year. A lot of fights on there. You got 12 fights on there. A lot of dogs on there that I think's going to be live. But the player I'm going to be talking about, she's not a dog, man. She's a favorite in this one. I'm a little bit surprised on the price tag at a -150. I thought she'd be around a -175. Mara Bueno Silva, I mean, she's been as advertised her last 5 fights out right now. 5-0 in her last fights. 80% finish rate, okay? And when we talk about women's MMA, All right, it seems like the girls that do real successful and win are the girls who got that killer instinct in them. The girls that just got to switch it. The girls that could actually go out there and finish an opponent. In MMA, you got some people that can get by being, freakish athletes, strong with their muscles, and they can just be better than the other people that they're fighting against based on the weight class. You got that a lot that happens in women's MMA. This is a spot that I think that we got one on, folks. Raquel Pennington, seen her coming up ever since the Ultimate Fighter. She was okay on there, not the best fighter, but she was a girl that just they kept in the UFC because she would get wins over, your average fighter. She didn't fought everybody in the division. I give her an A+ for her fight resume. But whenever she gets that step up in competition, she's not able to win. She got beat bad by Amanda Nunes. I mean, so bad to where her corner, Raquel Pennington tried to stop the fight. It was like 4th round, and she was like telling her coach she wanted to stop the fight, and her coach put her back out there. After that, she had some things to where she wasn't able to perform well in the cage, and took some time off for mental health. But she was able to recover and then come on a fight win streak herself. So I do got to give her a props in that. But man, we talking about Mara Brandon Silva, man. She's a killer out here, man. She's snatching arms, she's snatching necks, she's snatching everything, man. I'm taking Mara Brandon Silva to win inside the distance at a +130. That's gonna be my best prop on this UFC card coming up. I really like it a lot. I played her on the money line, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a plus money prop to get on top.
Plus money prop here from Millz. Bueno, here, take it here. Inside the distance here, +130. So that means the fight doesn't go the distance. It means you can win by knockout, can win by technical knockout. Pretty much covers it all, right?
Yeah, man, it covers it all. She's probably going to win by submission because, she's not the best striker, but she still can. Looking at it, Raquel Pennington has been subbed once before, but she is a durable fighter. I'll give her that, But the thing is this, Mara Brandon Silva, she's been able to put out everybody every single way. I mean, it's not just a one-trick pony. You got some fighters to where it's like they're good for an arm bar, so you don't want to leave your arm out. Nah, she done did it every single way that she could in here. And she's been claiming the belt, Amanda Nunes gave up the belt, and she's been saying, that's my belt, that's my belt. So, I think she's going to be the new champion.
Nunes coming back, or just it's good, retired for good?
Yeah, she's retired for good. I mean, if there was somebody making noise in the division coming up, I could see her coming back in about a year or two. But there's nobody like that in the division at all. Nobody's stepping up. There's not a new women's fighter yet in the UFC. I think there will be soon this summer from PFL, a girl named Dakota Da Vinci. I expect her to make her presence in the UFC. But until then, yeah, man, the women's belt is going to be up for up for grab for anybody who wants it, pretty much.
When somebody in the company retires at the top, what's left for the media? Do they become trainers, open up dojos? What do they do when they leave the sport other than media?
See, good. So to hit on it, you got it like this: the great fighters don't do anything. They go away and they enjoy their life. And, you see them coming to an event every now and then. You're like, oh, there goes George St. Pierre. Oh, okay, there goes this other person. The people who need the money stick around to become a commentator, broadcasting and stuff like that. But it seems like, a lot of them don't really go into kind of coaching. A few have. Khabib Nurmagomedov went into coaching, but some of them don't really open up their own gyms like you think that they would. But yeah, it seems like a lot of the UFC fighters when they retire, they kind of just go away from the sport a little bit. It's not like you see somebody coming up in the next 5, 6, 7 years and be like, oh, this is his protege, this is who he's training with, this is a resemblance of him. It's nothing like that when it comes to MMA.
Yeah, they got enough money where they can retire nice and comfortably now. I'll just go back here on some of these fights here. You can maybe we see here Barrett and Curtis going head to head here. These are 3-round fights, I assume, over the 2.5 round total.
Yeah, man, you got the Canadian and Barriott taking on Chris Curtis, who can't get a break, it seems like, in his last couple of fights out. But both these guys are going to be entertaining, exciting fighters on there. A lot of people like Chris Curtis in this spot. I don't think that he strikes enough. I think Barriott with that hometown crowd could do enough to win the fight. So I wouldn't be surprised if the dog's out the cage in that one.
Allen and Evolov, a big line here. Evolov here at minus 194, total 2.5 pay per view.
One of the best fights on the card right here, man. You got two fighters who's pretty much going to be moving up in the division and should be fighting for that title belt within 2 or 3 fights with the win right here. Arnold Allen's coming off a loss against Max Holloway. We all know him. If he would have had that fight won, he would have been one fight away from fighting for that belt. Evolov's an up-and-coming grappler who's mixing in his hands, not the best, but he's on a win streak, and it seems like nobody can resent his takedowns. I like Evolov in the spot to win by decision in here. So I like this fight a lot.
Reyes and Ulberg here on the pay-per-view here. No total in this one, but we see Ulberg here at 233. Cancel. That got canceled. That's right. We get these issues with the cancel. All right, Magny and Malak going head-to-head. A big line here, total 2.5.
Man, everybody knows Neil Magny, right? If you don't, let me tell you guys something, man. He has more wins than Georges St-Pierre in the welterweight division. But he's fighting on a former Canadian and Mike Mallet, who's one of the guys who's been making his name known. Is the former wrestling coach for Team Alpha Male. Now he's in the UFC, taking necks and winning by sub. Big favorite on there, though, man. Neil Magny is one of those fighters to where it seems like as the fight goes on, he starts to come forward and win. Mike Mallet hasn't really been out the first round too many times, only once yet in the UFC. I think Mike Mallet wins by sub. Magny's been subbed at least 2 or 3 times in his last 5 fights. But if this goes past the second round, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Neil Magny putting on a hell of a performance to, make it look a little bit more questionable on the scorecards.
There you go. And, of course, still pay-per-view. Strickland and Dew going head-to-head here. Strickland is a competitive fighter. Minus 121 on total 2.5, kind of juiced, minus 108 each side.
Man, I'm a big Dricus du Plessis fan, man. All right, I think he has 5 fights in the UFC, representing South Africa. I was able to see him fight live in Vegas versus Darren Till. He beat the brakes off that dude. I mean, he must have hit him like 64 times unanswered. I had him money line minus 170. I had him to win by sub at big plus 500. Tony, how you think he won?
Just
by sub. So we was able to hit that with them on there. So this is a fighter that I really like. I back him a lot. Backed him against Robert Whitaker. He was a big plus money underdog, plus 300. I wasn't blinking. I bet that, and I bet him by KO. And what'd he do? Won by KO. Did his thing. But this guy, man, he has an awkward striking style. Sean Strickland, on the other hand, is a crisp boxer. And it hurts me to say this, man. The biggest Dricus du Plessis fan is probably me. But I think this is a horrible matchup for him. I think Sean Strickland can win by KO, just setting him up, baiting him with the boxing style that he has. Me, personally, yes. I bet on DDP, and I got a saying to where it's like, hey, if you haven't lost money for me, I got to keep going with you until you lose, But my pick was Sean Strickland to win. In this one, it hurts me to say it, but my heart says DDP, but the pick and the prediction that I did in my eyes that I see in this matchup style says Strickland wins by KO.
There you go. That from Millz. Continue here. This one was canceled pay-per-view. This one's the ESPN fight. ESPN card. Jourdain and Woodson here. We see Jourdain here, favorite 209, total 2.5.
Man, another violent spot right here. I like fighting not to go the distance in here. You got Sean Woodson. He's coming in an underdog on this spot, but he's usually a big favorite whenever he's fighting. Speaking of big, the guy's tall for the division, probably like 6'2", tall, lanky. But the thing is, when he fights, he doesn't use his reach and his distance to his advantage. Jourdain is just a wild man. Jumping knees, flying knees, can win by a jump in the air and guillotine, man. Representing Canada, he's going to have the crowd behind him on here. He was only a minus 180 a couple of days ago. That spot was decent. I was looking at Woodson as the weeks were coming up, but I mean, the closer we get to fight day, I'm more confident in Jourdain because Woodson leaves his chin out there. So I actually think Jourdain wins inside the distance in this one.
ESPN card continuing here with Sydney and Tavares. Sydney 181, total 1.5.
Going to be a rematch, man. So both these guys fired on the Contender Series, and how it went was Sydney knocked Tavares down, and the ref just stopped the fight. It was a quick, short. It was like a bad stoppage, to where that's why it's getting replayed and rematched right here. Don't know too much about these fighters to give a in-depth breakdown, but I mean, the favorite says Sidi wins. I mean, off the tape studies that I've seen on that fight, I like Sadi in that spot as well.
All right, continue here with the ESPN card. Katona and Armfield here. Katona favorite 207, total 2.5. Juiced heavily to the over.
Yeah, man, definitely. Brad Katona won the Ultimate Fighter once, wasn't good enough. Had to win it twice to get back in the UFC. Made his short run in the UFC, and then he got cut. Then he came back to the Ultimate Fighter and won. Now he's back in the UFC. He's 5-0 though, man. I actually think in this fight, he's a solid parlay piece if you guys were parlaying fighters. I bet him earlier on at a minus 180. His opponent Armfield, he's gonna have something for him on the feet, but Katona's just all around overall good, man. He's a smart fighter. Fight IQ, I give him an A. Striking, I give him a C. Finishability, I give him a D. Wrestling, I give him a C. Cardio, I give him a B. So I mean, overall, he checks out all the boxes for me. I like Brad Katona in this spot.
All right, continue here with the ESPN card here. Robertson Viana. We see Robertson favorite 300, total 2.5. Juiced under.
Yeah, definitely juice to the under, man. Both these fighters like to finish, man. Palial and Viana. I think the line's off in this one. I'm going to just keep it short and sweet. Robertson was a minus 240 earlier on. Minus 300, no way possible. I like the dog in this spot. I think Viana could win, by submission.
There you go, from Millz. We got you covered here with the ESPN as well as the pay-per-view card here. And, of course, Marabuena is the play here from Millz inside the distance at plus 130. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Print for tonight's action. Of course, action on the board tonight here from the NBA. Lots of college shifts. Millz has been on absolute tear. 456 units of profit here the last 30 days over at Pick Dog's Print. Looking really strong tonight. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, man, I got 2 plays in NCAA to get you guys paid today. I was about to say the association. But yeah, so I got my 2 best college basketball bets up there. You guys can go ahead and get your feet wet. Both those games, one's going to be starting, the next 20, 30 minutes. And then I got a late night game up there for you guys to get your feet wet over here on the West Coast. Like to stay up and watch some games to get paid. Besides that, though, man, yeah, I'm locked and loaded. My UFC bets, I got them written up. I got about 3 or 4 right now. I'm going to put about 2 more props in there as well. That's what I got right now. So I got about 5 plays locked and loaded for you guys. So it's that best time to get that 3-day pass. Get all my 3-day, you get all my bets for today all the way up to Saturday. The pass pays for itself. I got some NFL bets locked and loaded there as well. So you can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong, guys. Got a board with Millz Young over at Pick.com. Great results you can see from Millz. 456 units of profit the last 30 days. That is all documented over at Pick.com. Verifiable by just going to Millz' handicapper page. You go down to Pick History. You can see every play up there. And, of course, no better time to get on board with Millz with the long-term pass. But if you guys love that 3-day pass here on a Thursday, cover all the grounds here with Thursday. You get your NBA, your college hoops, NFL action here on the Saturday. Also, the UFC card coming up. So no better time with that 3-day all-sports pass. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. You can also add multi-cappers with that multi-capper promotion. Even greater value there. 2-for-1 capper promotion and more. All right, Millz, as always, a great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you next week. But let everybody know we can catch your work here over at Pick Dogs. UFC rundown, of course, your prop shop.
Yeah, man, the prop shop came out a little bit later today, but it's dropping daily out there. I've been dropping them the night before, so you guys been, getting the picks a lot earlier this week. We're covering everything in there. I'm giving you guys hockey shot on goal plays. I'm giving you guys rebound props. I'm giving you guys point props. So that's dropping daily for you guys. The UFC rundowns out on the site as well. We dropped that for you guys midweek on Wednesday. So yeah, I went over the whole card for you guys, a little bit more in depth for you guys, a little bit, back in the picks a little bit more for you guys that want to bet on the UFC. But besides that though, man, we just over here trying to grind at Pick Dogs. We starting off the year right, and hopefully everybody else is. But with that said though, Tony, I just want to tell everybody, man, keep doing what you guys doing and love, man. I gotta send this to my boy right here, man, R.I.P. Joseph Newman, man, he passed away January 18th. So I just want to keep telling everybody, just keep doing what you're doing and love. That's what he used to do all the time, man. And he died that way too, going out doing the thing that he loves doing and love, man. But it wouldn't be right if I didn't keep his name alive on there, so I just had to end up my little time with that one.
I appreciate that indeed, Millz. All right, have yourself a great evening, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Yes, sir. Catch you guys soon, man. Pick dogs. Everybody hit that like button for us.
But indeed, Millz Young here on the drive-thru. We'll continue here on the drive-thru. Rod Zawacky will be signing in momentarily here as Millz signs out. It'll be Rod's turn here on the drive-thru. We'll get you coverage here from the NHL as we wait for Rod here to get in here. He said he will follow Millz. We get a special appearance today here on the show from Rod. Rod is ready to roll here, so let's go ahead. Let's get underway here. Catch him over at Pick Dodge Pimp. So bring Rod in right now. I think we'll set to go here. We'll bring in Rod. NHL coverage from Rod tonight. Rod, what's happening?
Yeah, not too much, Tony. Just getting ready for today's action. Lighter card on hockey, but I was looking at some NFL stuff, and I'm about to put those in. So definitely excited this weekend. We got a big few days of sports ahead.
Oh yeah. This is a great weekend here. We're getting college, getting into late January in college basketball, right? So these teams got to start winning these conference games. Some of these teams off to a slow start. They got to get it going. Looking for who's that team that's going to make that run down the stretch in college hoops. You're being hot during the tournament. You always have a few handful of those teams that just string up those W's, and teams that strung up W's string up L's at the end. So we'll see how it closes out, right? It works both ways.
Watch out. Watch out. The Ducks out west in the Pac-12, they're leading, right? 5-0 to start. Big game tonight. Coming into Colorado. Massive game in that one. I'm excited for that one tonight. Illinois goes into Michigan. We'll see who wins that one there. Another big game tonight.
Yeah, we'll see if Michigan State will wake up.
I
don't know about that one. All right. We'll see how that one goes.
That one is kind of like, we can kind of like swap here.
Oh, there you go. We got the swap there with the Illinois. There you go. With Rod. All right, well, the game we kind of touched on a little bit last time. We're kind of teasing this one with Dana Lang yesterday with this Rangers and Golden Knights game. And we have the Rangers here favorite here. It's gone up from what the opener was, because yesterday it was about $1.20, but now up to $1.39 here against the Golden Knights. Total sits at 5.5.
Yeah, for good reason. You look at this game here in this one, and sure, the Golden Knights have struggled in hockey games, but so have the Rangers. When you look, both teams winners of 4 games in the last 10 hockey games. But for me, the Rangers are starting to turn things in the right direction. Well, this Vegas Golden Knights team, you looked at, they're starting to gather a list of injuries that are stacking up. Carlson's been put on the injured reserve. Theodore's been put on injured reserve. Eichel's out until late February now. Hill setback. He came back. I think he played a little bit of practice and barely got any game time, and he's out till late January now. So on the Vegas side, nothing bright and going good for them. Sure, the last time out, Logan Thompson going to get the start for the Knights here in this one, but in front, as I said, that's a laundry list of injuries going for this Golden Knights team. Well, and with Logan Thompson, he stepped up in the absence of Hill. He's had a nice season, nice step up last time. 34 saves in 34 shots. Vegas got the win 4-1 in that one. But now you're facing the Rangers and Shesterkin, and Shesterkin's starting to turn it on. Winner of 2 straight, where he's only given up 3 goals, and this Rangers team's just they're too big, too fast, too strong. And here with a Vegas team that's shorthanded and dealing with a bunch of injuries. Also, this Vegas team is following a win. They don't follow wins up so well. They're 0-7, failed to cover the puck line in 7 straight following a win. One last time out, time for the Golden Knights to lay an egg, and these Rangers come in, whoop them up. We're going to take them on the puck line. You can take them on the money line if you want, but I'm going to take them on the puck line. I think we can get some nice value at that plus 184 we're seeing right now at the price there. Hammer, love it.
Rod says hammer that one there. Hammer here that plus 25. We saw that last year with the Golden Knights, right? When they had that, when they started with all those injuries, and when you got those cluster injuries, it can really set you back.
Big time, right? Eichel, he's a leader on the power play, and so he's more even 5-on-5. He's scoring goals 5-on-5. He's getting power play goals. Big, and no Carlson. Carlson's your second guy and scoring guys. Him not in there as well. But with those injury list adds up, you're ending up with you try to squish one line together, 2 lines, but when that starts to catch up with you, when you're only running 2 hot lines and you're just trying to get some work out of a 3rd line, 4th line, yeah, you get tired legs, and you can only sustain it for so long, and that's what the Knights have done with all these injuries. And I think you're starting to see some regression with these injuries, especially with people. Going to be tough sledding for these Golden Knights for the next month. I think they'll be looking forward to the All-Star break coming here at the end of the month, January 31st, and get a week off and recoup. Hopefully, maybe get some of these wounded Warriors back for the second half of the season push.
Yep, and of course the New York Rangers just trying to get right on the road. They've had some stumbles of late.
They have, right? They have definitely had some stumbles on the road. Have these Rangers this season? Like, not of late, sure, not bad on the road. Still about 500, but you look Washington. That wasn't a good loss there. St. Louis, they got whooped in St. Louis last time out, and then lost in a shootout to Montreal. They got a nice win in Tampa Bay, but they always beat up on Tampa Bay. It's just one of those spots. So, yeah, looking for a nice spot here on the way. Like I said, 2 wins they're looking forward to. This is the first game on the road trip of the road trip. So I like to take the road team in this spot, especially against a beat-up Golden Knights team.
Yep, and then no party in Vegas. We struggle to have struggles on the roads. It's all business. It's all maybe tomorrow, right? They got a day off tomorrow. Yep. And then they go to L.A. I believe it is today is Thursday, right? So Saturday they're in L.A. So of course the question is when do they leave for L.A.?
Yeah, when do they leave for L.A. Right? Yeah. That's the big question. Oh, don't worry, I'll be keeping.
I don't know.
When they leave for LA. I'll know.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
Especially those teams that make.
Oh yeah, those teams they know
that make one stop. When they make one stop with those Eastern Conference teams, and they make that stop in Vegas, and they have that day off after. It's always a question: do they fly to L.A. or they stay there overnight? I don't know.
If this is all business trip, they're not staying in Vegas. They're getting the heck out of Vegas that night. Game's over. Everybody on the bus, we're out. We're going to fly to L.A. that night, and then you check into a hotel and you can enjoy your day in Vegas. I don't know. It depends. What do you want to do?
Yeah. Maybe they ask. Yeah, maybe they plan all this stuff in advance. But based on the way they plan the road, the coach says, "I'll know the way you guys stunk up the road. We're heading to LA. We're in business here.
Business. We need some wins."
Yep, need some wins. It's a competitive ice. Yep, competitive, no doubt. All right, to Rod here, Rangers puck line, laid the puck in half, plus 185 here against the Golden Knights. This one tonight, 10 Eastern time, over on ESPN Plus. We'll get bonus from Rod in a second. But first, we want to find out what Rod has over at Pick Dodge Premium. Tonight, action on the ice tonight. A handful of games on the NBA. Lots of college hoops, some starting already. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
And over at Pick Dodge Premium, rolling right along and another nice winning day yesterday, so we can add to that total, Tony, for documented 2024.
Oh, that's right.
So we added to that yesterday. Today, I've got a college basketball bird cage. We went 2-1 yesterday in college hoops, looking to keep things rolling. We were the last 3 days there in college hoops, so rolling in the right direction. NHL sniper play. We're 9-3 the last 10-3 in the last 13 on it. So you get it singly, and then my NBA rim rocker special 10-1 in the last 11 NBA plays, all over at Pick Dodge Premium. But as Millz alluded to before me, today's the day for the 3-day pass. That way you get Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You get basically 4 days of picks for the price of 3. That's basically almost one of those 5-packs for the price of that. So that's your deal. Use the promo code PICK at checkout and jump on that 3-day pass and join me for this big playoff weekend. I love it. I can't wait. 4 days of solid sports action.
That's right, guys. No better time. That's right. Get on board. Use that promo code. There'll be 1526. That should change in the second year. 1526 for Rod here for the year. Great profit last 30 days, last 7 days, last 24 hours. Rod has been on. There you go. Let's change over. 1526 for 2024. All document over at pick.com. Promo code PICK at checkout. Remember that 3-day pass. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. But I have a feeling, Rod, that those Sunday NFL will be in there on that 3-day pass.
Definitely. Of course, that's why I'm selling it. You grab that 3-day pass. Those Sunday NFL will definitely be there for you. Most of my plays will be there before midnight on Saturday for you. So definitely jump aboard. A 3-day pass gets you basically 4 days with me.
There you go, guys. No better time now to get on board with Rod and get that pass pick promo code, save that 15% off. All right, Rod, what do you got for the bonus today?
Bonus play. Let's go check the archived parlay. We're looking to hit back-to-back on it. I got one more here for everybody. We're going to do a puck line parlay, as we call it. So these teams got to win by 2+ goals. We're going to go Buffalo on the puck line, the Rangers that I just gave out here on the puck line, and the Tampa Bay Lightning on the puck line. Parlay all three of those up, and you get a nice return on our investment in that one. Love that one tonight. I love the other one. Don't get greedy and try to parlay all 6 teams now. It's not a 6 team.
That's right. That's right. Don't get too greedy out there. There's some puck line there. There you go.
Too greedy.
Don't get too.
I wouldn't be mad.
That's right, Rod, man. All right, Rod. Have a great night. Remember, we got the video series right now, with your A to Z coverage, every game on the board, as well as the parlay as well.
Yeah, definitely like, subscribe, flip on those notifications. That way you get notified when all the newest content drops here at Pick Dogs. And definitely go check out all the A to Z, every game on the board covered in the NHL. And we've been on fire over there. Not only have we been on fire on the premium side, we've also been fire on the free picks. The last 2 days, we swept the board on those ones there. I popped in yesterday. We hit with Montreal. They came in. Cole Caulfield got a nice goal in yesterday as well. So we've been ripping it up on fire in 2024. Definitely go check it out. We're just taking names and taking the bookies' money.
That's right. Taking names, taking money. So keep an eye on the videos tonight. There'll be 4 games tomorrow. So Rod will be working getting those videos up there.
Yep.
All right, Rod. Have a great night. And I know that steak, that's the way you're running. That meat quality is getting better and better for Friday, right?
I think we're going with the bacon wrap filet mignon for Friday.
Wow, yeah.
For sure. I think it's on the menu. Yeah, got a bacon wrap filet mignon for me, and some shrimps for the dog. I have a dog that loves shrimps. You should see him. Holy man!
Wow.
Most dogs they sniff them and they're like, oh, I don't want that. My dog loves shrimps.
There you go. He's going high, going top shelf here, going probably aged too, dry aged. going high end with Rod. So, all right, Rod, have a great night, and we'll catch up with you again on Steak Friday.
Definitely have yourself a good one. Good luck with your bets, everybody. Catch you tomorrow.
You got it. Rod Zawacky here on the drive through. Let's continue on here. Up next, Wayne Scott, NBA coverage here the rest of the way. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring him in right now. We'll get a little rundown from him from NBA here. I'll bring him in here. I think we're set to go in a second here because the NBA starts tonight at 7:30 Eastern time, so a little later. No top of the hour tonight in NBA. Wayne, what's happening? You're on mute there, Wayne. You're on mute. Still there? Still there on the mute? Oh, he's going to sign back in again. All right, so Wayne will be covering NBA for us tonight. Let's see. We got you back, Wayne?
Everything good?
Oh, yeah, you're coming in good right now. All right, here we go. TNT. Oh, boy, they picked this one. Here we go. Timberwolves and the Grizzlies going head-to-head. I think they expected Morant in the lineup here. But anyway, Timberwolves favorite here, 12.5. We see the total 214.
Nah, they definitely expected Morant in the lineup. They probably expected more than what they had in the lineup. Memphis, we see them banged up, or at least sitting in a lot of guys in this one. Bane, Clark, LaRavia, Rose, Smart, Durant. Whole starting lineup off. But even without those guys, they've been playing well recently. Last game out, January 15th, they seen them get the home win against Golden State, 116-107. They did it playing good defense and slightly above average offense. This team has actually been playing well on the road in a revenge spot here. They're 5-5 the last 10 against Minnesota, but they lost their last 2. Both of those being this season, lost both of those at home. So in a revenge spot. This is a whole different lineup in this one, though. We got Kenyon, solid three-point shooter. He's going to be running Conley around. Conley's definitely going to have to stay on him. We got Zaire Williams. They got 2 Williams. Zaire Williams at the 2 guard. They just signed this guy, and they signed him not for offense, for defense. He'll be making the task hard on Ant-Man. This is a better scoring team than you think. and they've been doing it strong on defense. On the other side of that, we see Memphis, Minnesota coming off a back-to-back. In that back-to-back, it was a tougher game than they expected. These guys played high minutes against Detroit. Detroit got the cover. Memphis 9-1 at home, but they're only 3-6-1 against the spread. With the rest disadvantage, they're 1-3-1. Haven't been playing well with the disadvantage. Also, in the look-ahead spot, they got OKC coming up, so I can definitely see them not playing, getting the win, but not trying to cover here. Memphis, we know they're a great defensive team. They're a great defensive team at home, but they have their nights offensively. Only 18th in offensive efficiency. They're not great night in and night out, and that's because their bench is a defensive bench and not a scoring bench. They score less points at home, even with them not being that great offensively. With all that being said, too many points from Memphis here. Give me Memphis 12.5.
All right, we got Wayne here on the Grizzlies here, plus 12.5 against Timberwolves. Timberwolves here in that back-to-back spot, and you know they're more of a defensive-style team, keep the pace slow at home, and that's kind of what the Grizzlies are comfortable with that.
Yeah, exactly. It kind of fits right into the Grizzlies style. And Grizzlies, they still got JJJ in there, defensive player of the year type talent. And they who was that center? Tillman, yes. Tillman, he was in that first game, but he was coming off the bench for Biyombo.
Yeah.
Biyombo only gave him 2 points with the same type of time. So now we get to see Tillman in the starting role, playing a significant amount of minutes. He had 12 points off that bench, off the bench last game. So I expect him to come in and contribute, man. He's not a bad center to be coming off the bench.
Yeah, you got Jaren Jackson. Of course, you got not a JJ Jackson, but a GG Jackson. That was the old MTV VJ back in the day. GG Jackson coming off the bench.
Yeah, he's been balling too. Gilliard, he's definitely been coming out there providing a spunk and some scoring. So Memphis got everything here to cover in this scenario. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a tight game to the wire. Minnesota just pulls it off at home.
Only fourth back-to-back spot here for the team as they failed to cover 2 of 3 back-to-backs this season for this Minnesota Timberwolves team. We'll do a rundown here. Remember, the first game don't start here till top of the hour in the NBA, so we'll run down the card tonight. This game not covered on the show. Wizards and Knicks going head-to-head here. Another big line here. Knicks laying 12, total 234.
I see why, man. Knicks have been very solid since the trade. They've been getting it done on both ends, but especially on the defense. They're fourth in defensive points per game. First in defense within the last 3. They've been really shutting down the clamp. In back-to-back situations, they're coming off a game yesterday. They have been solid. 7-3, their last 10 at home, and 8-5 as home favorites. So they're very trustable in this situation. On the other side of that, Washington, they got the win against Detroit, but we all know they are not trying to win that many games. It seems like they're on full take-a-thon watch. 3-5 with the rest advantage, so I'm not really worried that they don't play good with the advantage of the rest. And another thing I know, they haven't played well against Eastern Conference opponents. 13-17 ATS against Eastern Conference opponents. They are decent scoring team, but they're not very efficient. 20 points per game, 15th. Offensive efficiency, which is possessions per 100, only 24th. So they're not very efficient, and we know they're the worst team in defense. With all that being said, I have no choice but to lay the 12 with New York here.
Yeah, Tyus Jones, has been some trade rumors there, possibly to the Lakers love to pick up these Wizards guys. I don't know, that just seems to me that's what they like to do. There. Of course, so we'll continue here on the rundown here on this card for games not covered here on the show. We go here with the Bulls and the Raptors, and I think we'll be covering this game. Yeah, we'll be covering this game in the next segment. Then we move on here to the Thunder and Jazz. This one here, we see the Thunder road favorites here, 3, total 244.5.
Yeah, Thunders are road favorites, but they sure haven't been playing good on the road. Only 3-7 in their last 10 on the road. With how good the Utah Jazz have been playing, 9-1 straight up, 8-2 ATS. We're giving me them with points, and this OKC team with the rest disadvantage in this one. I like the Jazz here, man. I'm gonna take the Jazz with the points. They have a big lineup. Something that Chet struggles with. Just throwing these big guys at them, and they've just been playing very well offensively, especially at home. So I'm gonna take Utah Jazz with these points.
Yeah, Utah's been a really money-making home team. Sometimes they've been still sprinkling those money lines. This one is a big line. By the way, let's look at the number here. Pacers and Kings going head-to-head. We've seen the Kings now move up. They were 7 for most of the morning and afternoon. Now 8-point favorite here with a clean injury report. Total 245.
Yeah, it's just too many points for me. The Kings just haven't been covering at home like they have last season. That's not been about enough. They've been falling off slightly, and they've been trying to get trades of their own, just trying to get a notable player to help them in the playoffs. I think they're happy and think that they'll get playoffs, but I want to take that next step to the playoff. So they got some guys that's been mentioned in this trade too. Indiana missing a Halliburton in their engine, but these guys have been playing well even without Halliburton. I know they got the notion that they don't play well, but they played well the last few without Halliburton, giving me a lot of points with this Pacers team that's been pretty solid. I'm going to ride with the Pacers here.
Yeah, right there with the Pacers there with our rundown here. We got the Grizzlies, Timberwolves covered already here from Wayne. He likes Grizzlies here, plus 12.5 against the T-Wolves. We'll have coverage on Bulls and Raptors next segment. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Doctrine for the nice action NBA on the board. Lots of college hoops action right now going as we speak. Great results here from Wayne this year in college basketball, 507 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir. I got 4 plays out there in Pick Dog Premium. Only one in the NBA. That would be my best bet in the NBA. I have my best bet in college basketball packed in with my 3-pack for college basketball. I've hit my last 6 college basketball best bets. Looking to continue this streak and continue to kill college basketball. If you, as these guys have mentioned, 3-day, 7-day, and monthly is available as well if you want to get on a long-term pass. Plenty of action this week.
That's right, guys. Got board with Wayne over at Pick Dogs Premium. We see the great results here from Wayne. Has been hot on college basketball. The long-term pass, the way to go. The weekend average action with that 3-day pass, or the long-term pass, 1-month pass covers the entire NFL playoffs as well as NBA action on the ice and college hoops here. So a lot of coverage here with all these sports overlapping with these long-term passes. Best time to get it. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 50% off. All right, Wayne, it's always great having you on the show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you next week. But let everybody know, boxing video series, you got something up on the channel right now.
Yes, sir. We have a women's boxing card, and we have an underdog on there too. So go check out that video. There's another boxing match I'm try to get out by tonight. Men's boxing match. So if I can, I'm gonna be make sure I try to give it out on the show tomorrow.
So, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so when Wayne drops these videos, you get them in real time. You can also catch Wayne on selective weekend shows as well. All right, Wayne, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again on the Drive Thru next week.
I appreciate you for having me, Tony T. Good luck with all your bets out there, Pick Dog fam.
You got it. Wayne Scott here on the Drive Thru. Let's continue here on the Drive Thru. Let's get to the recap, and then we'll get to my pick. First NBA game starts tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time, and we'll get to the recap here right now. So we'll get the board moved here. So we'll get to the action here tonight from the Drive Thru Cappers. So let's see if we can get the action here in just a second here. Here we go. We go to the recap screen. Big Eye McMordie like Michigan State laying the 12 against Minnesota. David liked the Canucks puck line -1.5 goals plus 110 versus Coyotes. We're still looking for Tony Brown. And then Mills came with my Bueno inside the distance plus 130 in UFC main event. Rod like Rangers here puck line lay the puck and a half plus 185 against Golden Knights. Wayne like the Grizzlies plus 12.5 against T-Wolves. I'll be on the Raptors plus 2 against the Bulls. Game I like the most. Well, I like Wayne's pick here on the Grizzlies here at plus the points. All right, let's continue here on the Drive Thru. Let's get to my pick. You guys know I like this Raptors team tonight. Plus the 2 in this one. Beginning here in about half an hour or so tonight here on the board. And looking at this game, let's see here. We got the Bulls and the Raptors here top of the board tonight. Yeah, the thing here is it's basically when we look at the Bulls on the road, they haven't been strong offensively, just put up 112 points per 100 possessions and a -7 net rating. It's not been a really good road team. Toronto's been a good home team, 115 points per 100 possessions, a +1.5 net rating. We kind of teased on this Raptors team. We thought we'd see a little bit more pace with that smaller lineup. We did see that. They were efficient with this smaller lineup last night. And it's a back-to-back spot, but there's no travel involved. So we'll go ahead and take the Raptors here in this spot. All right, guys, check out Pick Dodge Room tonight. Got a 3-pack up on the board with NBA. My best bet is bundled in my 3-pack. 2 NBA, 1 college basketball tonight up on the board. Remember the long-term pass. I have a 3, 7, or 30 all sports pass. Get all my pre and plays for that time period. Just like when you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. You can also add multi-cappers with that multi-capper promotion. 2 for 1 capper promotion, 3 for 1, making it even a greater value there. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. We got to the recap, so that'll do it for the show tonight, guys. Make sure you tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. They go out their place for us in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show here during the week. It's 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch. We got Chris. We got Jay up there. Of course, don't forget Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. Betting Tools Show also is roundtable discussion with the professionals. 7 picks in 5 minutes as well. Jay with his jam session. NFL rundown as well. That's up on the board right now. They did the divisional round series. It's up for you right now to check out. Also with Chris with his wrap around here from the NHL, as well as his free pick videos up on all the major sports. Also, Rod Zawacky, A to Z coverage from the NHL. Every game on the board, a pick, and of course a parlay video, so be sure to check that out. Also, we got our man Wayne here with his boxing video series. That's up right now, so check that out. Millz with his prop shop and UFC rundown. Another good video series here on the channel, as well as Ron Romanelli college basketball rundown. Big Al McMordie with his all access. Of course, Costi with his sharp trading plays. Against the public betting here with our man Dana Lane. Brian Bittler with his contrarian picks, sharp trading picks there from our man Brian Bittler. And lots of content here on the channel, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, so when we're live, you're live with us to get the best numbers. All right, I'd like to thank everybody in the chat tonight. Our man Doubles, shout out to you as well. Blake as well in there. Ralph Portundo likes Baltimore under 44. Niners over 50 from Ralph in the chat. Also, Doubles going with Utah Jazz plus the 3. Ron Crawford, his play of the day here tonight will be Stanford Cardinal. So check that out tonight, College Hoops. And shout out to Fernando in the chat as well as who else do we have today? We mentioned Blake, we mentioned Doubles. Appreciate everybody in the chat tonight with their content. Nicholas Handy as well. Albert Fausto from Venezuela in there as well. Rod Zawacky giving you some plays as well in the chat tonight. Don Chain in there. Good for some College Hoops. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Lando 86 as well in the chat room tonight. Matt D in there. MMA, our man Millz in there as well. Nick Beats Vegas in there as well. Andy Adelson, shout out to you. All right, Mr. Mechanical, what's up? All right, that's going to do it here for our show, guys. I'd like to thank everybody for joining us this evening. Make it a winning one, and we'll be back again tomorrow. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from night. Well, goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with